Hey, what's up, guys? I am I'm live now on my phone in the middle of Indianapolis, or a place that's close to Indianapolis called Fisher, and thought I would go live real quick and say hello. And I know some of you may be watching football, some of you may be skipping the games, but either way, I want to say hi. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay. The acoustics in this room are kind of strange. So as you come in, if you can hear me and see me, give me a yes or no if you can hear me or see me. I wanted to share a thought with you real quick, kind of a motivational thought. Hopefully it's motivational. Sometimes I come off pretty hardcore, and it goes from being motivational to making people feel bad. But you guys are used to tough love, because that's what I believe in. That's what I was raised on. And so anyway, what's up, Tony? How you doing? Hey, Alec, how are you? So here's something I thought about, right? I thought about this term. I was talking about this on my Instagram. My Instagram is Dr Boyce Watkins. And on my Instagram, I remember seeing somebody say, not everybody can afford to invest. And I wanted to help correct that for you guys so that you would kind of know how to respond to that when people tell you that. Most people, when they say I can't afford to invest, are actually lying. They don't know. They may not know that they're lying, but they're actually lying. And let me tell you why they're lying. Anybody who can afford, fast food can actually invest. Investing doesn't require tens of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. A lot of times it requires about as much. Usually when I drop money in my portfolio, a lot of times I'll drop the same amount of money that people will spend going to the movies or going out to dinner. It doesn't have to be a ton of money. It's about a habit. It's about a culture. It's about a commitment, right? And the other thing too is that, one way I would compare it is it's almost like when I was talking to, hold on, you know what? Let me see if you guys can hear me okay. Okay. Sorry, I had the Bluetooth on earlier. I'll make sure you guys can hear me. It almost reminds me of when I was speak to young ladies about, a guy, like if they ask for advice on men. And I remember telling my daughter, I said, if a man ever says he doesn't have time to come see you, that's a lie. Men make time for the women they want to see. They make time for the woman they want to be with. You'll even have a guy who can't even pay the child support on his own damn kids, who will find the money and the time to go pay for a new piece of ass, basically, and that's kind of undisciplined. It's not going to work out for you, but that's really just true, right? And so investing is kind of the same way. The reason that man says I don't have time to call you or whatever is because he hasn't prioritized you. And I pretty much told her, I said, if a man says he doesn't have time, or I can't afford you, I can't afford the time to come see you, it's usually basically him saying he's not committed to you. He can't make a commitment to you, because a commitment doesn't mean you just want to do something. Commitment means that you're willing to prioritize that thing. Commitment means you're willing to put other things to the side in order to get that thing done. Commitment means I will move things off the table so that I can do the thing that's in front of me. So for example, Taylor's here. You want to say hi, Taylor?
Hi, that was
Say
really
hi to my friends. We're going to go upstairs in a second, so just have a seat. I'm going to be done.
Oh, I went to the wrong one.
Okay, well, don't go too far, okay? We're about to go upstairs. Okay, all right. So, for example, I'm committed to the kids in my house. Commitment means that if you call me and you say, hey, Boyce, let's go to the club or let's go out and hang out, I'm going to say, no, I can't, because I don't have time for you, because I've got to go do something with my kids. You understand? But I'm not going to tell my kids I don't have time for you, right? I just can't do it. I can't afford the time necessary to spend time with you, because that is a priority, right? So that's the difference, right? So the thing that's optional, I'll say I don't have time for that. The thing that's mandatory, I say, I do have time for that. I always have time for that. I'm committed to that, right? So this thing about wealth building, this whole conversation about bettering your life, whatever that means for you and your future, it's a matter of making a commitment, and I think the biggest question you want to ask yourself is, am I committed to it? If you're committed to it, then you're going to have to move something to the side and do it. If you're committed to growing your wealth through investing, then maybe that means you make a change. Maybe that means, when you go buy a cheeseburger, you make sure you put as much money into your stocks as you put into that cheeseburger, right? Don't tell me that you went and you bought some Popeye's chicken, but you can't afford to invest, because I've never heard people say, I can't afford Popeye's chicken. I've never heard people say, I can't afford to go to the movies because the Black Panther Part 2 is out. I've rarely heard people say, I can't afford to go to a concert with my favorite artist, or I can't afford the new shoes I want, right? So people tend to be able to afford the things that they really want, and they tend to sort of make things they don't really value to be optional. So I'll have people that'll say, I can't afford to invest. Stop talking about investing. A lot of people can't afford to invest. And I'm like, actually, on the Cash App, you can invest with $1. You can't afford $1. I saw you drop $50, at the mall. When you went to at Christmas time, you dropped $800 buying toys and shit. So don't tell me you can't afford to do it. You have to get to the point where you say, I'm choosing not to do it right now, but I'm going to choose to do it later, because later on I'll be able to prioritize it. But ultimately, I would say at the end of the day, I don't know of a single person who's ever become wealthy who did not invest in something, either stocks, real estate, or entrepreneurship, having their own business. If you don't do one of those three things, it's almost impossible to become wealthy in America. So you got to kind of pick your sacrifice. Where are you going to sacrifice? If you sacrifice today, then you control tomorrow. The people that control today were the people who made a sacrifice yesterday. So the question you must always ask yourself is, what am I sacrificing today so that I can control tomorrow? And what happens for you a lot of times as Black people is that you're sacrificing your youth and your health and your mental well-being for a white guy. You're working for some company, and the company's using you up. And when you get done, they'll have a lot to show for it. They'll have a bigger empire, and you'll have nothing. And so ultimately, you got to be able to make that same sacrifice for yourself. So anyway, I didn't want to say much. I just wanted to share that quick thought with you guys. Hit the thumbs up button before you go. Please hit the thumbs up button. Also, if you want to learn more about stock market investing, I do have a great stock market class. You can feel free to check it out. It's theblackstockmarketprogram.com, THE. That's theblackstockmarketprogram.com. And we're going to be doing a Black Wealth event in New Orleans this weekend. And unfortunately, it's sold out. The live event is sold out, but the actual live stream is available. So if you go to theblackbusinessschool.com, theblackbusinessschool.com, they can guide you to where you can sign up for the live stream and stuff like that. How much is it? The stock market class, I believe, is $89 a month. And so feel free to decide if you want to sign up for it. It's college level. It's very, very good, and it's very, very solid. And a lot of people love it. So feel free to go check it out. You'll know everything you need to know about investing, and we'll put you on top of your game. So feel free to go take a look if you'd like to go take a look. And so that's it. So I'm out of here, guys. Have a good day, and I love you, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.